These days, kids have access to a lot of frightening information, including what's currently happening globally.
Dr. John Duffy joins us now to discuss how to talk to your kids about the war and the conflict. And this just happened in my house. We left the TV on Channel 9, turned it on, the news was on, and my oldest hears about an unfortunate case of a young child being killed.
Yeah.
And I tried to make it as quick as possible, but there are good and bad people in the world, and then I kind of don't know what else to say.
Right. Well, you have to say that, right?
Yeah.
You want to leave them with that modicum of hope, right? That things are going to be okay, that there are good people out there, but you don't want to gloss over the fact that there is conflict out there. Your 13-year-old probably not only saw that on Channel 9, but saw that online, heard that from a friend earlier that day. So we have to be aware of the scope with which these kids are hearing this news, and some of it's misinformation.
Right.
So you want to do a little bit of listening, like, what do you know? What have you heard? I'm not sure that's exactly true. You know what I mean? And then you want to move on. You want to say the old Mr. Rogers adage, you know, there are good people out there. There are people trying to help.
For the helpers.
And we are safe here. You know what I mean? Like, you want to really emphasize the positive on the back end.
Safety aspect.
Yes.
Okay.
And a lot of parents want their kids to be informed, so they want them to watch the news, but because the news is in such disarray right now, I wouldn't say disarray, the world is in such disarray, and it's so frightening. Do you pull back on that? Do you not let them watch that? Do you, or is that age appropriate that we should be looking at?
Yeah.
How do you decide?
So with your young kids, you want to have them exposed to as little of this as possible, right? Your very young kids, their little minds are not designed to take in war, right, or atrocities. For your older kids, they're going to know something about it. So the idea, and I'm hearing this from kids, is you don't have to tell them nothing's happening. They know something's happening.
Right.
Okay.
What they need to learn is to be discerning. Like, you know, how do I know what's true and what's not true? How do I know that we're safe here? So if you can give them that information, if you can engage them in a conversation as opposed to a lecture, then you're getting somewhere, right?
Okay.
And that conversation has to have an end. And the ending has to be upbeat and positive. It's a tricky place for parents to be because our parents were never in this position, right? They could just turn off the TV and it's over.
It's
Right.
done, yeah.
And what age do you start addressing these things? Because, you know, we have little kids, they're on iPads, but the assumption is that they're all parental controls that are keeping a lot of that bad stuff away. So I don't know when to talk to them.
But we all know that there's a lot of ways to get past parental controls, right? So, you know, your kid can be playing a video game and some notification about this war can pop up, right? So kids as young as 6, 7, and 8, you don't want to avoid the reality that there is some strife going on in the world. You have to let them know that, because if you don't, it increases their anxiety. If you tell them nothing's going on, everything's fine, and they can see on their screen that that's not true. You know, so you want to tell them, yes, there's some things going on, and people are trying good people are trying really hard to stop it from happening.
But is there more we should be doing besides just talking to our kids about stuff like this?
Kids respond, yes, for sure. Kids respond really well to action points. So put together a vigil, write some letters, you know, what do you think you ought to do in order to make a difference in the lives of the people who are suffering? If you can get your kids thinking that way, positively, then they feel like they have some degree of agency in a situation that probably to them fundamentally feels out of control.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
To your earlier point, how do we know what our kids are getting and the disinformation that they're getting? We don't want to stick our head in a hole and ignore it all, but also you're not seeing what they're seeing.
Right.
It's very different.
The mistake we're inclined to make is to start telling them what's happening, right? And sometimes we overtell. If we stop and listen and say, well, what have you heard? Tell me a little bit about what you know. What are you hearing from your friends? What are you seeing online? Then that gives you a little bit of guidance as to where to go. Okay, this is the area. This is how much we know. This is the degree to which we know it. So I'm going to stay in that zone. I'm not going to expose them to more. I'm just going to correct whatever misinformation might be in what they're already telling me.
Do we wait for them to bring this conversation up, or do we take it to them?
We have to start. We have to start. They're probably not going to start with us. So you have a 13-year-old. I know 13-year-olds. They're not usually going to start a conversation, right? So we need to be the ones to introduce this to our kids and just ask them what they know. With the little kids, just ask them a little bit about what they've heard about what's going on. With our 13-year-olds, we have to go a little bit more in depth, but we do have to bring that to them. They're not going to bring it to us 99% of the time.
Well, and then you've got the element of, I have 6-year-old boys. They make everything into a joke, and then they laugh about ha 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 because it turns funny. They hear a word that's funny. How do you stop something that's serious into being funny to them?
You don't want to shame your kids, right? You don't want to tell them, like, that's not funny. What you want to do is say, now seriously, you want to add yes, and
yes,
seriously.
That's funny, but let's talk.
There are some really serious things going on in the world. Some people are suffering. Some people who don't necessarily mean well or think they're doing the right thing are really causing some harm. So we have to take this stuff seriously as well. And you'll have to do that for the rest of your life.
Yes.
So you want to lay that groundwork.
That's interesting. You don't tell your kids that's not funny? Like my 6-year-old hits the 4-year-old over her head with something and she starts laughing. I'm like, that's not funny.
Yes. Okay. So it's okay to say it's not funny, but it's not okay to shame your kids. That's a line you want to walk because kids will carry the shame around forever. If it's just a little correction without that heaviness to it, then you're good. Then you're good.
Okay. I was like, okay.
No, good correction.
That's not funny. That ain't funny. Don't do that.
Oh my gosh, so many things for us to talk about. Dr. Duffy, thank you so much. drjohnduffy.com is his website. Lots of great information out there. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.